day 17. Yesterday was pretty miserable. It really was not pleasant. Alright, just gotta pause for a bit, get over the stream. This is where I'm going. Stream, stream, stream. So yesterday was just rain. Yucky rain, horrible wind, horrible road walk. Finally got to off trail, and then it was alright, but it was still windy and raining. I broke my umbrella, which I'm pretty gutted about, but I got to a hut and decided to stop there for the day, put the fire on, dried out, and yeah, it's good. So had Nick arrived, a young guy, didn't talk much at all. He was up early, so I'm up a lot earlier than I thought I was going to be, and I'm doing a stream bash up the stream, and then I'm going to be heading up into the heights today. So go up along a ridge for a little bit, a lower ridge, go down, stream bash, and then up, way up into about, it's about 1,200 meters. The weather is meant to be crappy all morning until evening, but so far it's holding out. So yeah, hopefully today's better than yesterday. There's my track marker, and one string crossing to go, and managed to keep my feet dry. Lovely. Oh, be nice to keep dry feet for a while. Alright, just got to cross here and up. Neat bit of track. Alright, and heading up and up and up. Bit misty at the tops where I'll be later on. Young Nick in the hut. He's only out for a day. He had a small day pack. Didn't bring a gas cooker. So this morning I heard him open up the fire. Started to stack wood in there. So I said, "What are you doing? Are you staying all day?" And he's going to start the fire to boil some water for his breakfast. But the trouble was, I had carefully dried the wood last night, so the next person coming into the hut could light a fire, and he was going to use all of my dry wood. So I said, "No, use my stove," because there was heaps of gas there from other people's canisters, so it wasn't using my gas. So yeah, so he probably thought I was a grumpy old lady. He reacted all right, and I explained why I didn't want him to light a fire. He even gave me the luxury of some milk, which is nice, and he's carrying my rubbish out for me. Oh, right, stop talking because this is getting steep. Oh, that's the steep part done. Now I'm undulating up and down along the ridgeline for the next few kilometres. I didn't mention is it did rain last night. Not too much, but very glad that the weather forecast is wrong. It's quite nice doing this without rain. Whew. Though all my effort to keep my feet dry in the stream, they're wet from going through the grass and the fern beside the track. Oh no, still climbing. Oh, nearly at the top. I'm on the ridge. Alright, Kettle Creek at Fire Ridge. So I'm not going down to Kettle Creek. It drops down several hundred vertical meters off the track. So that's a no. Alright, loving this. Now on the top, my calves are so tight going up that hill, but now I'm on the flat, feel really good. This is beautiful forest, absolutely gorgeous. Nice to be in proper forest, not the stunted forest from southern Ruahines, as I'm getting into central Ruahines, a bit more established cover, and the leatherwood isn't quite as prevalent, so any bush bashing, which will be in 2 days' time, I've got a little bit of a bush bash, so hopefully it's actually possible. Yeah, because it's scrubby stuff like this, which, while difficult, is possible to get through. Whew, hopefully I'll get a view from up here. Whew, quite a wide track. It's had some good maintenance on it. A few little ups and downs, but because I've had a rest on the flats and the downs, the ups aren't so bad now. My calves must have warmed up. Enjoying this after the misery of yesterday. This is so nice. Blister, can't feel it. Toe, can't feel it. So just tight calves, slightly tired the rest of my legs. But apart from that, feeling good. It's a big thing I'm noticing today. No wind. Not sure because I'm sheltered with the bigger ridge to my left, but yeah, almost no wind and birds. I'm actually hearing birds and seeing them flying around. Haven't seen any for ages. It's light, misty rain at the moment, but I'm sweating so much that not bothering with the raincoat. It's been a really good trail, so I'm moving at a good speed. That's Kettle Creek Hut way down there. Definitely not going down to that. I'm staying on the ridgeline. Find it beautiful, these hills in the mist. Always love seeing this. Makarietu Hut. I'm not going there, but I'm going in that direction. And that's the turn off down to Kettle Creek Hut. Travel's a lot slower since that junction because there's no maintenance and no markers. So having to follow the faint track that's there, bush bashing through this thick scrub as well. Hard work pushing through all this scrub. I have no idea if I'm even on the trail anymore. Impossible to follow. Basically, I'm just make sure I keep going down the ridgeline, and yeah, eventually I'll hit a stream. Oh wow! Lesson learned: don't get off track. I came down that ridge and I started dropping down instead of turning. Got in some really thick bush and sort of looked like a trail, and then realised what I did trying to get across. Whew. It took me it's probably 30 minutes to cover less than 50 metres, but I'm back on the trail now. Oh wow. Well, the trail's been rough and hard to get through. It's a lot easier travel than off trail. Whew. Wow. Just tripped over this, bent my pole. I've just straightened it out a little bit. Still pretty bent. So it's been raining steadily for the last 2 hours, and I've been on this awful track. I got a little cold for a bit where I had to really slow down, but I've warmed up and it stopped raining again. I'm absolutely saturated, but I didn't want to put my raincoat on. There's too much risk of ripping it in this stuff. But now that it's stopped, the sun is trying to get through, and it's starting to warm up a bit. Trail is still rough, but it's a bit better than it has been. Very slow going. To see a couple of these marking the way. They're quite far apart, so still pretty difficult to find your way through. Really bad headspace coming along here. I'm just getting frustrated, I think, because that first part of the track was just so good, and I wasn't expecting this one to be such a battle to get through. Plus the weather, having it raining. After the last time it started raining again. Now it's just very light drizzle, but I've fallen over 3 times, tripped over things. As I say, I managed to bend my pole, scratches, bruises, and last time I fell over I yelled out in frustration. Usually I don't get too worried about that, but I just need to reset my mind and get back into a positive, which I think will happen once I'm back down at the stream and out of this stuff. Just didn't expect such a battle to get through. This is through hiking, it's part of the challenge. Right, trail is somewhere. And the trail keeps giving. Wow. And the branch I was leaning on broke. Oh dear. Keep going. Wow. Not sure if I've on the track. I completely lost the track, but there's been a cliff. This is the first place that almost had a track down, so I'm giving it a go. I actually stopped just before coming down, and I took off my wet top and my bra, put my merino top on and my wet weather coat, because I'm going to be in the open for a bit, bush bashing for the next couple of K. And I was starting to get cold, wasn't moving enough, so now I'm quite pleasant and I'm well prepared. I think it's going to get a bit windy. I was just starting to feel a breeze, so basically finish dropping down to the stream. There's a stream junction just there, and then I'm stream bashing up the stream for, I think it's 2K, and then I start the big hill up. Ooh, orange triangle means there's actually a track with markers. Yay! It's been raining the whole time I've been in the river. Whew. There you go, 2 huts. I don't think I'm going to either of those. I thought it was Longview that I was going to. Have to look at my map. That was another steep hill to get up to the spur line, and then just a steady climbing along the spur line. Got to the junction now. Little creek hut, 3.5 hours. Yeah, that was when the track was in good condition. Right, not going that way. I am continuing up the ridge. It doesn't give you a sign, but basically steady climb now to get up to the main ridge line. Still raining on and off. It looks to be clearing over there, but yeah, just steady rain. A bit of a downhill, down into a saddle, and then woohoo, all the way up there. Good thing is the cloud seems to be lifting. I'm stopping every 100 vertical meters for a rest. Oh, it's clearing nicely. It stopped raining. As I say that, it starts again gently. Yeah, so from that junction, it's 450 vertical meters to get up to the ridge line, which I can't see at the moment. So I'm halfway up. Whew, hard work, but it is nice to stop in places like this and take in the views. Now that I've got views, it's lovely. That's snow. Oh dear. It's snowing. I did not expect snow. Oh dear. Oh, cool. Trouble is, I'm up on the tops for the next 9 kilometres. The forecast didn't say snow. Oh, cool. 132 metres. That's where I've just come. There's a hut that way, but I'm going to Longview hut, 3 hours. It's about 8K along the ridgeline in the snow. Suddenly the hut just gained an extra hour and a half. Now that's a bit more reasonable given the distance to go. Oh, right. Yeah, I was thinking it'd be 3.5. Snow stopped and gloves are back off. I had my merino and rubber gloves on. I've been in the bush for quite a while, pretty scrubby bush. Now up here, it's no trap markers, but I can see the bait, the trap there. So I'm going to go there and then look further ahead. Can't see any markers, but there's a gap in the trees there and a gap in the trees there. So I'm guessing it's one of those two. Not the first gap, but it's a top gap. I think some trees have fallen down, maybe where the marker was. Just to get to Makaretu Hut. There's now the third junction to it. Longview Hut, 2.5 hours. Snow's really coming down thick now. Woohoo! I wonder if it's going to settle on the ground. At the moment the snowflakes are sort of landing and then sit there for a while and then melt. Neat red coloured rock here. Just this patch and then goes back to the grey up there. So this is the last hill that I've got, and you can just make out the track going up just around to the side of it. And from there it's a steady drop, and about, well, from here it's another 2k to the hut. It looks gentle from a distance, but it's not. It's actually pretty steep getting up there, but it's the last hill of the day. Woohoo! I actually have a view. So come down from there. Look at that. I can see out there. So I can also see the top. Up there. Panorama time. Whew. That's where I've come from. These are the markers, and that's fresh snow up in the hills and up there. Whew. I go around and then slowly downhill. Oh, it's getting cold. If I blow my breath out, it's the hut. It's got to go around and then along the ridge line to get to it. Whew. It's not a straight ridge line, up and down. And it is sleeting. It's just starting to sleet again. Smell smoke, and I've seen what look like relatively fresh footprints in front. So hopefully they have the fire going. Oh, this is the hut. Never gets there. Oh, it's just down here. So I must have to turn the corner. Alright, stop. Gorge Hut, Fire River. Definitely not going that way. Where's the hut? How do I get to the hut? I can see the hut. That's the hut. And another signpost. Hopefully this is the way to the hut. Alright. Come that way. That's the one. 5 minutes. Oh boy. Yeah, so I smelt smoke, so I hope that's fresh smoke and someone with a nice warm hut for me. Because this last little bit has just seemed to take an ages, and I had to stop and put my gloves on. It's gone miserable. I see a person and I see smoke. So this is Longview Hut. 2 chicken poles. Woohoo! In the hut, nice and warm. I was right, there are people in the fire going, and this is what a hut looks like on a wet day with 4 people in it. And these are the lovely ladies.
Wendy. Jan. Hi, I'm Chris.
And thanks to the ladies for having the fire going and for the good company.
Yeah.